Alrighty everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're going to be reacting to the new cards that have been posted on Twitter. It's probably just going to be a slideshow thing again. We're going to go through the slideshow, then we're going to go back, and we're going to take a look at the cards, and we're going to talk about it. And then at the end, we're going to discuss or think about what champion could possibly be revealed, given the cards revealed. Because if you didn't know, when Lulu was released, the cards listed the day before had basically everything to do with hinting at Lulu. You got the purple Giganticized Swall Squall. You got the Young Witch, because Lulu's a witch, and I believe the Fuzzy Caretaker was a Yordle, and Lulu is a Yordle. So with that's basically the gist of it. Let's just jump right in and take a look. I'm really excited. Oh boy. Oh! New keyword! New keyword. Behold. Bonus if you have a type of card in play or hand. Okay. What does that mean? Alright, so Face of the Old Ones. A 2-mana 0/2 round start. If you behold an 8+ card, get an extra mana gem this round. Oh, so Behold is just a condition. Okay, so Behold is basically a keyword that states if you meet this condition in hand, right? It's in hand. In play or in hand. So if it's in play, oh, skipped ahead. In play or in hand, then you get this bonus. And this is a round start. Holy crap, this is better than, oh, what was it? The Weirding Stones. This is definitely better than Weirding Stones. Holy crap. Alright, Troll Scavenger. About time we get another... Wait, are we going to get... We're going to get the Troll King himself, aren't we? Oh my goodness. Troll Scavenger. When I'm summoned, if you behold an 8+ card, grant... What? The wording is super confusing, but I'm going to assume if you have an 8-card cost, if you behold an 8+ cost card, grant me +3. So it's a 2-mana 4/3 if you have an 8 cost card in hand, basically, or on the field. That's scary, bro. That's pretty scary, huh? Oh, failure is getting pretty scary. What the heck? Oh, okay, yeah. The trolls are going to war! Oh my gosh. Trundle. It has to be Trundle. Troll Ravager. When I'm summoned, if you behold an 8 cost card, grant me regeneration. Okay. A 4-mana 3/5 with regeneration? That's pretty freaking scary. Not gonna lie. Oh my gosh. This is basically a wall. It has the perfect blocks attack stat, a blocking attack stat in 3 costs, so it can block Fearsome, and has 5 health, which is pretty beefy. If you get that regeneration too, it can do it multiple times and it doesn't have to worry about being chump blocked. Wow. Now this is crazy. It's crazy. That's what it is. At 8 mana, 7/7, Challenger Regeneration. Challenger and Regeneration. Oh my gosh. So basically, this dude is all about taking out big threats. Multiple big threats. With a 7/7. Oh my goodness. This is pretty decent. Now, you'll have to compare it with other 8 cost cards. Another one, the one I'm thinking about at the top of my head is Captain Farron. Captain Farron is kind of the card I would compare this to. Captain Farron gives you a win condition to finish out the late game. This one doesn't do that. This one allows you to pick off big threats with a but at this point in the game, any good big threat is going to be more than 7/7, in my opinion. A good example of that would be They Who Endure. So maybe it's good for picking off other more higher cost champions, but this can't even trade well with Leviathan or even Rex. It can't even trade well with Rex. This card is not as good as you think it is. Oh my goodness. It looks cool, but I don't think it's very valuable given the high costs that you're likely going to be trading it with into the other 8 cost cards. Troll Chant. Ooh, another burst speed spell. Give an ally 2 health to give an enemy. What? Give an ally 2 health to give an enemy -2 this round. Alright. So, I'm assuming this is targeting. You first target the unit in question, and you get it instantly. It's a burst though, so it's unreactable. So to give an enemy doesn't really matter. Because if this was fast speed, it would mean to give an enemy -2 this round would mean that it's reliant on giving the +2 before giving the -2. But since it's burst speed, it's unreactable. So it just basically states, okay, give an ally +2, give an enemy -2. Holy crap. This is like a cheaper Fury of the North. Holy crap. It's like a cheaper Fury of the North. It's a better. Holy crap. It it reminds me a lot of Transfusion as well. I'm being a little bit hyperbolic when I say a cheaper Fury of the North. It doesn't give you the attack amount of the stats. In fact, it gives you exactly the exact health related stats that you get from Fury of the North minus the attack. So that in that way it has about the same mana value as Fury of the North. But this is definitely comparable to Transfusion. So yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Call of the Wild. Yeti support! Call of the Wild. For the top 4 cards of your deck, draw each Yeti, Pearl, Elnuk. Then shuffle the rest into your deck. This is a funny card, dude. This is the kind of card you can't really evaluate until you see what it synergizes with. But right now, obviously a meme tier card. Obviously. And then we start again. So, first things first. I'm almost 100% certain. 100% certain that we're getting Trundle as our champion. No, I am 100%. Because all we saw were trolls. The trolls are going to war. Alright? So it's obvious. It's completely obvious that it's Trundle. Now, the Behold keyword. I like this keyword. I think it allows for some flexible gameplay, as it were, because it gives us more reason to have certain decks, or like to build your deck a certain way, where you want to have these certain cards in your hand in order to get added value. And in this case, it creates this interesting dynamic where maybe you want to hold on to that 8 cost minion in your starting mulligan hand. Maybe you want that. Of course, most times you probably don't, but if you got Face of the Old Ones, and then you got like Captain Pharaon, if you're teaming this up with Anoxus, you get that, and all of a sudden you're ramping. You're ramping. This is probably the best ramp card to date right now. Oh my gosh. Like, you compare this to the Weirding Stones with Catalyst. Actually, you would run this with Catalyst. There's no way you wouldn't run this with Catalyst. Like, or you could, like, with that Plunder card, I forget what it's called. Oh, the 4/3 with Overwhelm, that Plunder gain a mana crystal. Maybe you run it with that. Maybe you just run an entire deck full of that. That would be cool. But like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's hope for Anivia too. This is in the same region as Anivia. And Anivia is, okay, to be fair, Anivia is a 6 cost card. Doesn't really fall under the 8+ mana. But you combine it with some other 8+ cards, and then it's starting to look like you got some ramp potential. But now that I think about it, what sort of 8+ cards do you even want to play? There's very few that are really good right now. There is Captain Pharaon. There is Ruination. There's Harrowing. Those are some good ones. We have and Ruination and Harrowing actually work really well with Anivia. So that's a positive right there. Vengeance is 7 mana. Oh my goodness. Captain, we got Rex as well. Captain Pharaon, I think I already said that. So there are some 8 cost cards or higher in the meta right now. Like right now. So this card definitely has potential in that way. What the problem is probably that you're probably going to have to run to make this card consistent. You have to run even more than what you usually would run. So therefore, that does make this card a little bit hit or miss sometimes, because sometimes it's a 2 mana 0/2 that does nothing for you, and other than be a blocker or buff target, but that's not really what you want this for. And it goes down a Mystic Shot. It goes down a Mystic Shot. Oh, maybe this card isn't as good as I thought. This card is reliant on how many good 8 cost and higher cards there are in the meta. There might be more. I'm assuming that there's more coming to Freljord in other regions to sort of synergize with this effect, because this card is not the only one with that effect. But this might be a hit or miss card. Definitely could be way better than Weirding Stones, given the right build in a deck. And that's probably what the most exciting thing about this card is, that you can actually experiment with another archetype now. This beholds 8+ card cost sort of concept. I think that's what I like most about this card. And then the Troll Scavenger, also at worst it's a 2/1/3 at worst, which is not terrible, mind you. It's just one. It's not good. Well, don't get me wrong. The kind of stats you want on a 2-drop is 2/3 or 3/2, and a 1/3 is just not gonna cut it. But when you get that behold cost, and if you can, similar to the last card, if you can get that consistently, then this card is nutty because it gives you 4 attack. It's a 2-mana 4/3. That's huge. That's pretty huge. Now it's not like game breaking or anything like that. But it stats scale earlier and they snowball earlier on in the game. And this is a whole lot of stats on a 2-mana body. That's a lot of stats. This one, okay, I was a 4-mana 3/5. I would run this as is. I would run this as is. That stat distribution, pretty dang good. I think that a 4-mana 3/4 is with a good ability, is a decent card to play. So a 4-mana 3/5 with a chance of getting regeneration is probably out of the two first ones we saw, this is probably the more likely one to run in that sort of concept reliably. Because it comes at a later time. By turn 4, you've had many more draws than on turn 2 or on turn 2, because both of those are 2-cost cards. You've had a total of 2 more draws. So the likelihood of you drawing into an 8-drop during that time of the game, if you're building around it, is a lot higher. So the likelihood of you getting this behold cost on the card, much higher. Much higher. Which makes this a lot more reliable than the previous cards. And it makes it for a very good wall for the type of archetype that it's supporting. This is a wonderful blocker for anything that is below 5 attack, because it gains multiple value. Plus, it can block Fearsome, which is very important. Very important. Very good card. Yeah. This card. I don't know how to feel about this card. This card is... I mean, it is an 8-cost card, which does... Maybe you would run it just to support the archetype. I don't know. Maybe you do that. But I think what this archetype needs is actual impactful 8-cost cards. Impactful 8-cost cards. I mean, just by having it and the face of the old ones, you would ramp up to get 8 sooner. So, like, ideally, this would come in before actual turn 8. However, I mean, you can't always rely on that. And there are many other 8-cost cards that you would rather drop. Like Leviathan. Or 8+, you know, like Leviathan. You might want to drop Rex, Captain Pharaon to like start finishing off the game. Because by this time in the game, you want to start finishing off the opponent. You don't want something that is beefy. I mean, the Challenger helps this card a lot. Don't get me wrong. This Challenger helps a lot. But if you just look at its stat line, 7/7, it's not trading very well into many of the popular 8-drops going around in this meta. So I don't see much hope for this card. I don't. This card, Troll Champ, freaking amazing. And Call of the Wild, meme tier. Just put Yeti, Horo, and Elnuk all in one deck. See what happens. See what happens. I think this is most comparable to Transfusion and basically half the stats of a cheaper Fury of the North for a round, which is very good. Fury of the North is really good, and this for 2 mana, they get them. They ensure the health difference of 4 is pretty big, pretty big. Yeah, I think that's, at this point, I'll be rambling. And it's basically 20 minutes now, so I'm just gonna end it here. I hope you all enjoyed this reaction, and I hope you enjoy the new cards as much as I have, because I am so ready for this expansion. With that being said, I hope you all stay healthy out there. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.